Music by the Perm.
Yo, welcome to the Idiot Podcast. Young Juice.
What up? It's your boy Brandon.
Yo, it's your boy Mike Free. What's good?
Hey, first off, subscribe to us from wherever you're listening and watching us at. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at NEO Podcast. And as always, you can email us at neopodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. And of course, as always, appreciate all the subscribers. If you're not subscribed, hit that button down there.
Man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this week we got a special guest, Miss Aiden Lee.
Hello.
Yo, that's a hell of a blooper.
Yeah.
Squeeze me.
Yo, it's 2020. Everybody's happy.
Listen, everybody is not happy, sir. But I got you. But I see where you was going there. Hi, guys. I'm Aiden Lee from Ramble
What's
Tips
up,
Podcast.
Aiden? Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Word. So we ran across paths based upon me being on social media. And I noticed that Charlotte had a shooting that took the lives of people. Rest in peace to them families. And a lot of other people was injured, I believe. And she was one of the people who was there, who marked herself safe. And she put up a interesting video, to say the least, a very interesting video. And I appreciate her mind and her ability to just be black. And I thought that should be brought to the attention, and I thought that's dope. So
that was this weekend?
She here.
Well, let me go ahead and clarify. I marked myself safe because friends kept asking me if I was there and bop. So to make everything good, I just marked myself safe. One of my friends that we had just gotten finished, eating because it was Father's Day. She wanted to surprise, my guy. So I was like, okay, bet. They hadn't seen each other forever. She was there, and she messaged him, and it was like we were gonna go, but we passed out. So it was freaky. But I go there or whatever. I mark myself safe, and I'm just kind of, scrolling to see what's happening. And all I hear is this a cuss word friendly podcast?
Yeah,
go right.
Any old podcast.
This is
Okay.
we.
Okay, so all I hear is the first comment I see is niggas can't stop being niggas for a second. From a black man. I said, are you fucking serious right now? And then the more I kept scrolling, black on black crime. So I had to let them know, you sound stupid. You sound like a pick-me. Since obviously you're so adamant about knowing who the fuck it was, to open your fucking mouth and tell us. But you don't, so shut the fuck up. Because you're not helping any situation at all.
Yeah.
At all. And it's like they went on and reported my comment and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I said what the fuck I said. And I'm going to keep standing up for black people, whether it's against the fucking ignorant black people or the ignorant white people. And if you don't like it, what we doing then? Pull up.
They flagged you. That when people flag you on Facebook, is somebody else flagging you, or is it Facebook flagging you?
Both.
It's someone, yes, but someone else has to flag you, I believe, in order to get the attention.
Okay.
No, that's not true neither.
Because
there's certain hashtags.
Videos and nothing.
Yeah, but there's certain hashtags. There's certain things that go through the system that get your account flagged. That's how if you put up a picture with cleavage out, you know what I'm saying, with the right, if you got the right traction and the right person see it, they'll flag your shit.
Espérate. So my Cleveland's is more important than us seeing fucking snuff films on fucking Facebook. So I can see animal cruelty and someone dying, but I can't say fat ass bitch to a motherfucker that came after me. But I can't show a little bit of my cleavage. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense.
First off, not trying to be sexist, but I speak for all males when I say this is Idiot Podcast. We appreciate Cleveland here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Everybody
Cleveland,
can appreciate some Cleveland. Come on.
Yeah. But I think this brings awareness and raises the issue of us as Black people looking for, not understanding that we don't have to be on their platform to talk our shit. We don't have to worry about getting flagged. There's so many different things. There's podcasts. There's so many different other fucking ways to get the point out there, to the point where we could separate yourself from the ignorant mode. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And her being on the screen and being on any old podcast, and hopefully we have a chance to be on her podcast. That's what we're doing right now. You understand what I'm saying? This is a black men stepping up to the Black women saying, fuck them niggas. You can come over here and we can talk. We got an audience too. You feel what I'm saying? And we're just gonna rock out, man. So that's kind of the background on how she came about. She speaking of Cleveland, she was very passionate. She was real passionate. I'm talking about, yo, she up there spazzing. Titties going like this. She got the titties out. She popping. She was going ape shit.
The thing is, I didn't even focus on what I was wearing. I had totally forgot because I was so pissed. I was like, I just gotta say what the fuck I gotta say. If you don't understand that Black people will be killed if you live in a majority of Black community, that's what's gonna happen. Majority white is gonna be white on white. Majority Asian, Asian on Asian. Majority, and so on and so forth. But
did they arrest
I didn't know. I believe it was the people who were involved in the hit and run that got arrested, but they're fucking out on bond after 10 hours. So, like, why'd you even fucking arrest them if you were gonna let them go? But the things were swinging, and I just was like, now let me get back to my points. And it seems like people were like,
definitely had some points.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
I was looking for one to pop out. I'm like, yo, can you focus on the message?
That what you said? That was your comment on there?
No, that's not what I said. I wasn't there. Hey, yo, but I was one of the men that was weird. I don't know how a nipple ain't pop out. I don't know how. That was great. That was great videography. I don't know how.
It's because the way the shirt is cut, it's cut like this. So
there was a shirt involved.
Yeah, it's an actual. People think it was a robe. No, people don't know fashion. Like, what's going on? That's a scoop neck, low top.
Hey, yo, I told these fellas before the podcast that you had a robe on and you was comfortable in your home.
Oh, I was comfortable. I ain't got it on, so obviously I was comfortable. But no, it wasn't a robe. It was not a robe at all. Where the fuck is that shirt at?
It's one of them shirts that come like this. It's like layered almost.
Yeah, it's like this, and it attaches to itself.
Oh yeah.
So you just pull it over, and it has like the matching like jogger material. It's so comfortable. It's so soft, and it's so comfortable, and it has the matching. It's like a matching set.
All women. Go get that shirt. Except mine.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, this guy.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, yo, man. So we got that out the way. Ada being here.
2 people died, 12 people injured, and then they said in the article it says several shooters.
Yeah, it was. I watched the videos. It was fucking absurd. It was crazy. It was crazy. But you
and then
know,
you see the cops coming out there like, oh,
with the gun, yeah.
I'm just like, yo,
Man. At the end of the day, we live in America, and this is the shit that happens. You know, I don't want to. To be honest with you, rest in peace to the people who lost their lives throughout that, and prayers to the people who did survive that was injured. But I ain't gonna put too much time on that because that's just exploiting bullshit.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do that. I'd rather talk about stupid shit. Hey, yo, fellas, question, and ladies, question.
Already. Look at you.
Already, I'm with the shit today. I'm with the shit.
What's the question?
So how y'all feel? So how y'all feel if y'all found out that y'all women been masturbating at work in the bathroom? And for the lady on the, is that, oh yeah, she definitely be popping at work.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know that men do it, women do it. You know, sometimes you gotta go
Men do
ahead and
it.
let
Men
that
do
out.
it. Y'all men do it. Y'all niggas be
Gotta
beating up at work.
let it
I already
out.
told you. I let one rip a few times.
It's a little edge, you know what I mean? And then you got somebody
Come out there, Matt. You come
in your
You come
ear.
up
You
out
like,
that
hold on,
bathroom
hold on.
ready to get to work. You know what I'm saying?
Now I can focus.
Word.
Yeah, so that's your Folgers?
That's a Folger.
Well, I use masturbation in a lot of forms, but yeah, if I'm feeling on edge, I do. Okay, so I do have a little bit of an anger issue, but it takes me a while to get there, and I'm not just gonna snap out for no reason. Like there has to be a reason. But once that reason is there, it's like boom. So when I was working a conventional job, excuse me, it was just a bunch of this and a bunch of this and a bunch of microaggressions, a bunch of this. I said, so before I snapped out,
she went from this.
Let me go woo side real quick and
hey yo, that's funny.
one good time.
Word.
That's it.
Hey yo, free man, you be beating off at work?
No, but when I was in the military, when I was on the ship, woo.
Oh yeah. You was out there in the oceans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We use on the ship in the military, of course. It's like being in prison. I mean, you know,
yeah.
I think I've violated myself in a public place before.
Were you at work though?
Yeah, I was at work, but then you know, y'all ever smashed at work?
Oh yeah.
No.
Hey, yo, when I was working at the gas station when I was a shorty, I shut down the whole
gas station.
Yo, I shut down the whole gas station.
Not the whole gas station.
Nigga, I had people outside. Boom, boom, boom. I'm in the office putting in that work. I came out sweating.
You wasn't even. You remember Mike Soto?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember Mike Soto.
Right there. right there. Everything got caught on camera.
Oh yeah.
Yo, they ain't even tell me they ain't even tell me they seen me on camera. They had to though. I ain't care. They had to though.
You went to the office. It probably wasn't.
They were probably like, let him get it how we live. I did find it interesting. A little percentage on timeout.com. It says 39% of your coworkers masturbate at the office, according to our survey. So it's not just you, you know.
Or you.
Or you, yeah. Or you.
Everybody with the point. Or you.
Everybody just.
Everybody, you get a car. You get a car.
Everybody.
Everybody getting it cracking.
Yo, word.
Mike Soto. You didn't bring up Mike Soto, bro. I haven't heard that in a minute.
Hey, yo, y'all. So what's going on with y'all week, man? How y'all doing?
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, yo.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day.
We like second-class citizens, yo. Your Father's Day is weak.
I don't understand why, but
Father's Day. But
I
yeah,
got to share some good news with my boyfriend for Father's Day.
Hey, yo, congratulations. I seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I seen that.
Congrats.
On Father's Day.
Oh,
4
on
tests.
Father's Day.
Pregnant. I
Woo.
said, excuse me?
Hey, yo, why
I
you
got
wait till Father's
PCOS.
Day to take them tests? Though?
Listen,
father
it
yet,
was just a weird
You don't
feeling.
you don't get
Well,
the
no,
holiday yet.
he has a son already, so he is.
Oh,
But
okay.
I just had this weird feeling, and then I just
Women's
started
so
crying out of
selfish.
nowhere.
Man. That's some selfish shit.
What? I had
That's
a
some
weird
selfish
feeling.
shit, man. Hey, what the
thing
fuck?
is,
You can't wait till the day before or the day after. You gonna wait till the day of Father's Day to piss on the stick?
Wait before you dig yourself in a hole even deeper. I have PCOS, so it wasn't supposed to ever happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you're excited.
So I was like, yo, I'm smelling weird shit. Like, yo, let me just get it. And I'm already thinking like it's gonna be negative. So fuck it. Let me just get it and make sure.
Mm.
It was not negative.
That nigga soldiers for real. Them niggas is gangster.
What is it? The Navy SEAls.
He did serve. So
yeah, he served, all right.
you so silly. You got served.
That nigga served. That nigga there's a lot of shooting up the clubs going on in Charlotte.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of shooting.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
I
crazy.
can't stand Charlotte. You live in Charlotte?
Yeah, that's where that shit happened.
I can't
Charlotte,
stand
North
that.
Carolina. I have a love-hate relationship with this place. I've moved and come back, moved and come back, moved and come back, moved and come back. So
yo, Brad, you gonna move back?
Heck no, nigga. Never. Never. Charlotte did me so dirty.
What happened?
Nothing. We'll talk off there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Let me wipe this.
Charlotte is a beautiful place. Charlotte is a beautiful place with a bunch of beautiful people. And we've had nothing but beautiful experiences with Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's a lie.
They got some good food there too, yo.
Well, as far as Mr. _ part of my swag, I have nothing but pleasant memories with Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, I'm glad somebody do. Because a bitch that's been living here since she was 2.
Yeah.
That's a mother kind of.
Yeah.
Experiences.
It's a different experience for you.
Yeah.
They got some good food there. They got the Bubble Gump.
Oh, yeah.
Spot. That's my spot. I know it was real until I went to Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
I think are you talking about Cajun Queen? Because they just opened up a script shack.
Bubble Gump food spot.
Bubble Gump?
Bubble Gump.
Yeah.
From the movie Forrest Gump.
Hey, yo, they better be endorsing us.
Bubba Gump.
Here you go.
Oh, Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
Yeah.
Hey yo, I was you know what I was listening to? I was listening to that 21
How was your Father's Days?
Oh, yo, my Father's Day was great.
Look how we doing our own self like this now.
Hey, yo, man, listen.
Whole Mother's Day episode, bro.
Because mothers mean more to us than ourselves, man.
And
There's
that's
men over
sad.
here.
That's
There's men over here. You understand? We don't got to do all that. We do what we do.
I was a daddy's girl, so I can't relate because I was a daddy's girl, so it was always popping in for Father's Day.
Nah, my Father's Day was lit. My Father's Day was lit. I had steaks about this big. I went fishing. My kids just bought me man fishing shit, and you know what I'm saying, chairs, and I was lit. I had fun. You know what I'm saying? What about you?
Yeah, we went to Clearwater, Florida. So that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. So we went to the beach, had some of that beach life. We don't have beaches in Atlanta, so it's special. You know what I'm saying? So we went to the beach. My wife actually captured a real candid moment with me and my grandfather that I didn't know she did, but she made it into a picture, and she gave me that for Father's Day.
I know you was boo-hooing.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
that nigga lips start trembling.
Oh my God! And then the kids gave me Kobe Bryant book, hard copy, Mamba Mentality.
Fire.
That's
and then I got another planner for my goals and stuff like that. So that
Hey, yo, we need to swap out kids next year, nigga.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
Nah,
We
but
swap out kids every other weekend anyway. Let's just do Father's Day with me next year.
yeah, Father's Day gonna be lit again next year. But yeah, I had a good time. So
Free, what about you?
My mom threw a cookout for me and my brother.
nice.
Yeah, everybody was there. You know, my kids was there, his kids was there, my aunts, everybody was there. They made
Shout
me
out to Scrooge.
cupcakes, whole bunch of cupcakes. My favorite strawberry cupcakes.
Oh
A whole
Lord.
bunch of car cleaning stuff for my car. I got man. I was just chilling, man. I loved it.
Nice.
Aiden, what you do for your man for Father's Day?
Told them-
We went to the range.
Appropriate.
We went to the gun range.
You went to the gun
And,
range?
Oh no.
That's
yeah.
gangster, man.
That's fine.
And
That's fine.
and then we started off Friday. So we went to the gun range, and then we went to, get some stuff to eat. And then the next day, which was Saturday? Sunday. Saturday, we did some stuff I can't talk about. And Sunday.
No, you can talk about it. We want to know now.
We did a lot of
Y'all went to the store?
course, if you will. It was a lockdown type of day on Saturday. Let's just put it that way. Lockdown, lazy, drinks, movies. Oh my God, we saw Capone.
Thank God you got the drinks out before you found out you was pregnant.
Oh yeah, thank God, because I oh my God. But I didn't even drink that much. I still, like I said, I know how much I could drink. That's why I was like, something's weird. But anyways, we watched Capone. We watched Underwater, which was fucking good. Capone made me damn near cry. I was like,
Hey yo, hold on. Hey yo, Aiden, another thing too. I'm sorry, I got a real problem with cutting people off on the podcast.
no, you good.
Yes, he does.
Hey yo, I watched this movie Love today on Netflix. Fam, this shit is a porno, my nigga. It's a complete porno. Yo, when I say, listen, listen, you can't fathom what I mean until you literally, like, the first scene, bro, is a flick, y'all. Like, you can't comprehend unless you see it. It's called Love.
Wait till you see 365 days.
Hey, yo,
You thought that was bad?
I'm talking about, dude, first scene, dude, she's giving dude head, he nutting in her mouth. What? Why are you dancing to that? That's how you got pregnant in the first place. Like,
I love seeing people explore themselves and do whatever they do and have it in a movie setting and have a storyline. Not like, oh, you dropped off the pizza. Like, I want some stories. Like, what's up? Let me be invested in some characters.
I don't. I want them. Oh, and it's
Of
pop.
course.
That's
Of
it.
course.
So a movie, I want a real movie. I don't want to see no dude's penis in a movie.
Bruh.
I do not want to see a male's ejaculation.
So do you watch lesbian porn?
Huh?
Do you watch lesbian porn?
I said penis.
Okay, but do you watch lesbian porn or just
I do.
male and female porn? So, but you be watching the penis on that porn?
No, but I'm not
watching with a story.
No, I'm watching a sexual flick.
I like the storyline too.
I don't want to see an actual. I don't want to. Okay, prime example. When I go to X videos, Pornhub, whatever it may be, that's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking for. When I go on Netflix, that's not my MO. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't go to
porn
Netflix.
is evolving.
I didn't go to Netflix.
Check on Netflix now.
You know what I'm saying? My kids got Netflix. G. Like, what if they go past on my joint? Or for whatever reason they get the password and they go and see what I watched? Nah, man.
Listen.
I'm about to cancel Netflix, man.
You definitely don't need to see 365 days in, because that's a BDSM flick.
What is it? No, I like it. No, I like that type of shit. I just don't like it when I'm trying to watch a movie that is not. When
having unsimulated sex.
Huh?
They were having unsimulated sex.
Unsimulated sex. Explain that. They was
There are movies where they actually have real sex.
Oh no, this movie I'm telling you was real porn, man. This ain't it.
It's unsimulated sex.
Was it for real?
No, Brandon, you have to watch it. When I tell you it was for real, it was for real. It was a porno, my nigga. I'm talking about.
She was like, oh, bro.
Okay.
Yo, like, and then I'm gonna be honest with you. I like white people porn like that. I damn sure don't like skinny white women porn. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga wasn't even eating the box. Yo, listen, she all why he eating the box? Bitch, if you don't pull an eyelid off or something, like what is you doing? Like, come on, man. I'm cold.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's got an eyelid.
Like she's taking a whole nap, and then they pan down. He down there going sick. Look like he doggone eat black spaghetti.
Eat the corner of the cop.
Yo, he was. Yo, it wasn't no. And then I like realistic stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that whole. You know.
Wait. What's not realistic about that?
Okay, excuse me.
I like love by the way.
Okay,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on. I'll send it to you.
Look.
I think that's the one, the first one. Yo, click on it. Click on it. Hold on, but click on it while we sitting here and just look at the first scene.
I want to see his face.
Oh,
your reaction.
What?
Right there. That's what.
Yeah. Mine just like that too. Hey yo,
all right, cool.
Hey yo, but it's not realistic.
His face?
It's not realistic to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Why?
Because that junk trash. I've never put my mouth on a woman and she just laid there like I wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like she's taking a nap.
This
taking a nap. Let her come around.
This is real life.
This is you feel me, right? That's real life action, my dude. Hey yo, but I ain't never. Yeah, I ain't never. You know what I'm saying? And you know that junk just fake. That junk that's not exciting to me. That woman don't look turned on. That's not exciting.
Well, when you are coming to consciousness, it's gonna take you a little bit. You know, as long as you and your partner have that kind of consent, where like, yeah, you can wake me up giving head. Yeah, you can wake me up. You can wake me up giving head too. I mean, it's gonna take a little bit. So my man's a beast. No. So I mean,
I feel you. I understand. I get it. Cool. I understand it. But it's different when it's not a turn on to what I'm watching. I'm gonna critique a lot of shit if it's not a turn on to me. I'm gonna see every negative thing about it. But if she was a little thicker, titties a little bigger, I probably wouldn't even notice that the fact that she bitch looked sleek. But the fact that her chest was like Brandon, you kind of don't have to notice by her face expressions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the only thing you notice. Yo, she looked just like that any old podcast shirt.
Oh no.
That's terrible.
So yeah, I'm looking at the fact that I watched the porn there with females and they'd be like, oh, look at her edges. Bitch, I didn't even know what edges. Listen, I've been watching this bitch on repeat for about 2 weeks. I ain't never seen that one.
That's like
because you're not looking at that.
That's my point. So if I'm looking at
that's like when Andrea be watching football and she notice all the tights and stuff like that. And when we sit there and watch football,
I ain't never noticed that one man tight.
Exactly. So she sit there and like, oh, look at the tights. Look at his butt way in the air. Why is he so close? I'm like, yo, what are you watching? But
that's what I'm saying.
Big old booties. That's what you're watching. Them big old booties.
Put my chest hair up.
Thick thighs. Y'all think women don't like thick thighs and big booties too?
Yo, but it's because it's not. Nah, but because it's not open like it is with like prime example. I tell my woman all the time. She'd be like, I'll be getting out the shower, son, and she'll say some weird shit, and I look at her like, and she's like, "What? You say da 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 to me?" And I'm like, "Yo, you've been hearing that all your whole life. You understand?"
Yo, what you saying? What you be saying?
Huh? She could say something as simple as, and it'd be like, "Hold on," or it'd be like, or she'll hit my ass, or she'll go to grab that mug. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I hate that. Yo.
and it'd be like,
I hate that.
it'd be like, yo, and it's like, yo,
Don't get off me, son.
yeah. And then, but you do that to, yo, first of all, that's what you like. Number one, that's what you like. Number two, you've been
How you know she like it though? Have you ever asked her if she likes it?
Here we go.
Or did you just assume she likes it because she's heard it all her life or because it's happened to her all her life? I'm just wondering.
I assume she liked it when she asked me to do it.
Oh,
she asked you to do it?
You know, a lot of women ask men to do stuff that they're really not really that great and comfortable with.
See,
because they know that
has something to do with the man, though. That has something to do with the man.
Because they know that the man likes it. And they don't want to make him, because they want to make him happy or whatever. But just because she says it's okay don't mean that she likes it all the time or that she really, really likes it at all.
I mean,
she's just being your girl. Like, yo, this turns him on. Cool. There's some shit I do to him that I probably don't like, but I know it turns him on. And I know he probably does some stuff to me that, you know, he don't want to do on a regular basis, but he do it to please me.
Yo, I don't do nothing that I don't want to do on a regular basis. That's number one. Number two.
Okay.
That's the man. There's one thing to know a woman, but then there's another thing to know your woman. And if you physically don't understand what your woman likes, then you're not fucking her right. That's just number one. Because before a woman's mouth opens up for her to tell you any desire, her body is going to tell you 10 minutes before. You understand what I'm saying? Now you do have some women.
Huh? Not try that. It ain't your girl. You're gonna be in jail. Her body told you this before her mouth told you. You're gonna be in jail, buddy.
Yo, we talking. You know what I'm saying? Regular
mansplaining. I love a good mansplanation. Go ahead, boo.
Word, I take it. But even so, I be now. You have some women that I wouldn't never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ask me, I don't never think there's been a woman that have ever faked the orgasm with me, because there's some good ass actors out here, man. I'm talking about actors from heaven. That goddamn, like,
you know I'm out there.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Unless, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I know women that'll pee on you and act like they, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
I remember one time when I was, all right, so it was this chick I was on. I can't even tell you the street I was on because that'll put a timestamp. But homegirl called me. She was faded. She called me, right? And she's like, and I'm like, yo, what up? She's like, I'm coming to see you, right? And I'm like, oh, all right, dude. So I'll go get myself ready. She come to the house, right? I end up inking. Like on some amateur, on some high school inky, right? And
you're gonna have to explain what that means to me.
It came too fast.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you prematurely evacuated. Okay.
Yeah. So,
listen, it happened.
That just scarred me for life, yo. I remember seeing her in the club. Maybe like three weeks later, and I was copping the wild plea.
Yeah, you think women don't know?
Shout out to the women that let you redeem yourself, though. Let's give the women a round of applause.
Listen,
she the only she got the you kept it. She never even let me do that.
That means she liked you. One, because.
Whoa!
You know.
Talking.
Let's just be honest. If you come early and then you like ghost or do some foul shit, she gonna talk shit.
Oh yeah.
But if we as women know because the orgasm gap is about 85%. So yeah, niggas have been faking the fuck out of it. I'm sorry to tell you. We know that some men are gonna come early. It's about what you do after. Women know if we want to fuck you. It's about when you open your mouth and you say all this bullshit, and we like, oh, okay, we can't fuck this nigga. You know what I mean? So we know you're gonna come early. We don't care about
shout
that
out
shit.
to the older chicks that, this older chick told me, I was about to drop her name. This older chick told me. This older chick told me. He was like, yo, listen, because anytime I whatever, I'm talking about, I'm talking about that before I can even, yo, Shorty was like, listen to me. She was like, before I get over here, I had to get one out first.
Get one out, yeah.
Yeah, that ain't working.
Oh, listen.
Hey, yo, listen. But I did it. I didn't do it directly before she came. That was the problem. Mm-hmm. She hit me around 2, and she didn't get over to the crib till about 7. So 4. I'm like, yo, because look, I didn't know when she was coming. She just said, yo, I'm coming through later on. All right, so I brought 4.
She didn't send you I'm about to come text, so you can be like, okay, so let me go ahead and bop real quick.
Well, if she did send me that, I already came, so that I'm about to come shit is over with. But but when my timestamp added up right, I was Rocky Balboa in that mother, boy.
Listen, when y'all good, y'all good. I will say that when men are good,
hey yo,
know what they do.
Women gotta stop that narrative too. That he busting 2 seconds and this, that, and third. Let's okay. So now let's give
I don't care personally.
Let's give the women a secret. If I'm in that thing for straight strokes for a whole 30 minutes without stopping going, and that thing is trash. Trash.
Okay. I think they have stamina, but I mean, stamina, trash, whoever.
Nah. No, straight stop and go with some good for 30, 45 minutes. Get out of here.
I mean, it depends on if you can stay hard after you nut. I don't have the.
Over 25 years. I'm going to stop and go pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas will stop and go. This nigga Brandon don't even believe in stopping and going.
I'm running
30 minutes.
30 minutes to 45 minutes. I'm talking about you not. Listen, this is another thing we do. And this is where women get it confused. I ain't talking about switching positions within that time. That's another trick that we got on the head. Oh, hold on. Go ahead, let me get that just bought us a whole nother 10, 15 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about straight, either I forgot my kids upstairs. Either you from the back, missionary. Now if you're doing it from the side, you probably can go 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But missionary from the back, straight 30, 45 minutes is straight. Nah. If that's the case, that thing ain't hitting on nothing. Nothing.
I guess.
Or you fade it.
Or now we're not talking. We're talking about fresh mind. We're not talking about Hennessy dick. We're not talking. You know what I'm saying? Now fade it, nigga. I'm a fat nigga, so I be having I should be dripping on my chin. It'd be a whole puddle on her back. But you know what I'm saying? That's that Henny. That's that. I'm losing calories in this thing. You feel what I'm saying? But just regular? Nah.
I can't relate. Like I said, I don't have those problems. I like a good stamina. You got to have a good vibe, a good rhythm. You know what I mean? If you got that good rhythm, y'all sweating, y'all looking each other's eyes.
Rhythm, listen. Rhythm stop niggas from busting too. Rhythm stop niggas from busting too. The fellas know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that straight. You're not doing it, my nigga. You're not doing it for that long. You're not doing it. If you are, that's
No,
your
who wants their cervix hit like that for 30 minutes?
These goddamn new age hot girls, these city girls. What you mean?
Ooh, you been with them city girls?
Man.
Have you been with that city girls?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've seen some women, man.
In your podcast.
On porn that's been paid for? Okay.
Nah, I'm talking about free hoes.
Free hoes? Okay.
It's a lot of them out here coming to a neighborhood.
It's a lot of male free hoes. It's a lot of
we all hoes. We all. Yo, listen. If you think that if you think that I don't believe that, I believe now. This is where I'm gonna get it back from a lot of women. I believe a lot of women, majority of women, have a whole phase in their life. And it's only called a whole phase because that's what fucked up individuals, male chauvinistic people gave it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't really see a problem with that. What that nigga said, what Janae say? Ho, happiness over everything. Bitch know what she want. I'm with it. But some women, it's ridiculous.
Confused.
I've seen women. I've seen
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
I've seen trains happen, right? Where this nigga knocking the perm juice out of this bitch, right?
Okay.
And then you turn right back around and let the next nigga knock the perm juice out, right? There's one more in the room. You had this nigga come in and he knocked the perm juice out. And then you go home to your nigga.
Participating in a group session?
I'm sorry?
Where they have a menage a trois? I'm just
no, it was a train. It was a train. It wasn't a menage a trois. It was a train.
Okay.
It was a train.
Okay.
Choo-choo.
Yo, Perm Juice is the name of this podcast, by the way.
Hey, yo,
I'm confused. I'm just confused.
I just don't understand. I'm
lady in the street, freaking the sheets. But if you too freaky, then you a hoe. But if you're not a hoe enough, then you a fucking fucking
nobody ever said that.
What the fuck y'all want? No, I let you speak. This is what all these mofos do. Everybody.
Don't say all these. Say those.
No, all these is in the men that I'm talking about. Okay. These is in the men that I'm talking about. This is what all these men do. They be like gold digger, but then they be like, you should have known this nigga wasn't shit. Why you with a bum? But then you say she a gold, and then you tell her that she's stupid for being with somebody, but she wasn't being a gold digger. Okay, cool. Then you say lady in the street but freaking the sheets. But if she know too much of what she doing, now you concerned? What are you
Hey, yo,
what
that's
do you
different.
fucking want?
That's different.
No.
That's different.
What do you want?
That's
what
different.
Do you want?
I'm a men. See, I think, and I can speak for my brother Brandon as well. I think I can. Because me and him have had our women around the same amount of time. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure there's a lot of things in his bedroom that I'm almost certain that him and his wife they've only experienced that with each other. You feel what I'm saying? As in mine as well. But that comes from a woman wanting to experience different things with you. Now, me personally, I don't want the freak as my woman. Once I meet you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, as time goes on.
Wait, what? Back that up. You said
when I meet you, don't be trying to eat my ass and I just met you.
Okay, well, obviously.
Yeah,
you don't want to just
no, it ain't obvious. You know what time? Do you know the times we living in? Yo, I knew it.
Because when they ass ate on the first go. So, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, yo, so you probably should go out with them niggas. I'm not that
have to go out with them.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not you. I'm not talking about with you. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of women out here who just are a little bit too open about their experiences sexually.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm
hopefully.
never gonna sex shame any woman. I'm sorry. It's been done for too long. I'm over it. So I mean, I respect what you're saying. I respect your opinion, but I don't sex shame folk. I don't sex shame dudes for busting too quick. I don't sex shame dudes for having these guts that be flabbing over our asses as they trying to hit it from the back. I don't sex
Definitely
shame
got this
nobody.
gut.
I don't
Definitely
sex
got
shame
this gut.
nobody. I'm just saying. I don't sex shame nobody. That's
I'm
just been my
not. Yo,
thing.
it's
But I
not. No,
respect
it's
your
not
opinion.
sex shaming. You no.
That is exactly what you said.
No. It's not sex shaming because you asked the men on this podcast our preference. We're not sex shaming anybody.
No, I didn't ask.
We
I didn't
started.
ask
Wait.
anything. I made a statement. I didn't ask.
No,
anything. I made a
you
statement.
specifically said if a woman is like this, then it's this, that, and third. If a woman's like this, then it's this, that, and third. What do y'all
That is
want?
a question.
What do y'all want? Is
That's
the
a
question.
rhetorical. That was a rhetorical. Like, what the fuck?
It's
do
a
y'all want?
rhetorical what?
Everything.
It's a rhetorical what?
Rhetorical statement.
It's a rhetorical question.
Excuse me. It's a rhetorical question, but rhetorical
So that's where the
questions don't
question
need to be
came in.
answered. But
That's
rhetorical
where the
questions don't
question
need
came
to
in.
answer. But they don't need to be answered if it's rhetorical.
I mean but rhetorical is from your personal observation. I wouldn't know it's rhetorical unless you would go back and say, no, I don't want you to answer that. That was a rhetorical question.
Okay, feel you.
You feel me?
Feel you.
So,
Yeah, that's my bad. I apologize.
But I'm not saying that I don't have. Once again, I can speak for both these brothers on the screen. We have no problem with women being themselves or doing their thing. Like I just said,
If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. I feel that.
No, that's not even what I said neither. What I said
You
was,
said you don't want the freaky lady in the
I
beginning.
don't want you trying to eat my ass on the first night, my nigga. I don't want all that. See what I'm saying now? I'm cool. I'm cool. See, that joke's uncomfortable already.
I hear back there and everything, yo.
No, I get what you're saying, but and I do respect your opinion. I am honest about that, and if I came off combative, I do apologize. I hear too many motherfuckers just sex shaming. That's just not what I'm about.
No, that's not what we do.
Yo,
I got people. We got people. We're not gonna name drop, but we got people. Y'all know who I'm talking about, fellas. Well, Brandon, you do. We got people that's damn near like family to us or family to us that are more niggas than we are. And I'm talking about women. And they way more players than we are. And that's our dog. You know what I'm saying?
The pendulum has swung. The pendulum has swung. Remember, it was like, chicken, chicken head. And I was like, what is it? Red light, big, give a fuck about a nigga. Whoa. Okay. I mean, but I get it because that's your journey. It's not mine, but that's your journey. But
hey, yo, I'm not even mad at that. I'm not mad at no woman being a woman.
It just went from one extreme to a whole other extreme. And it's like, can we just meet back in the middle already?
How do we do that?
I don't fucking know.
Yo, you said
I just hope it happens.
We stay in our bedrooms. That's how we do it.
Oh, that's how you do it in a bedroom?
No, I'm just saying, if you don't even mind what people are doing out there, you be good.
Yeah, just like mind yours.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I've had an awakening on just being somebody holding me accountable about some of the things that I say, and it could come off about, you know what I mean, gender shaming and stuff like that, because you know some people that I know that I've actually met recently that they don't identify as their gender and blah, 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 and this and the third. And off gate, I thought it was some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? But the more, instead of a person getting in their feelings and being, fuck you, she actually explained it to me. And it made sense. And I respect that wave. So I say that to say I'm kind of doing the same thing with women. And
can you explain it? I want to
listen, we love a good debate that's like a mental stimulating debate. We love a good debate like that. You know what I mean? And yes, it'll get heated because people get passionate. But it don't mean I hate you. It don't mean I just, I'm disrespecting. It don't mean I dislike you. I love these kind of conversations. I wish more men had them.
Word.
Oh, thank you for that, because it's hot than a
But what she was, Brandon, what she was explaining to me, and she was like, yeah, I mean, like, basically, who said we got to follow these rules, man? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Who made them?
I'm all for that.
Who made them?
Who said I got to do this? And yo, her whole thing, and I don't want to go through everything she said word for word, but she was like, if you look at a white person, look at a black man, and say you're supposed to operate like this manner,
Who said so?
you would be mad as a black man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So as a woman, when a male comes to her and tell her how she should be, or even identify as a woman, then it's the same shit. And when she said that, it kind of shut a nigga up, because it kind of feels like when you do that, you kind of feel like your way is right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the first person to say, nigga, I don't give a fuck how the next person do it. I'm doing the way I'm doing. So if I'm gonna do like that with myself, I have to do that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm changing my ways as far as that. And I'm a nigga who grows. So I don't mind. I don't mind saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm growing, or saying I was. You feel what I'm saying?
I commend you for that. I wish more people, period, not even just men. I wish more people, period, could just be like, you know what? Let me listen real quick, because they might put me on game. And I feel hurt, and I'm so glad that you just said what you said. That just got, bruh. Listen, you know I already got the emotional stuff going on. It's hot. I'm emotional.
Hey, yo, free.
Yo.
Talk, nigga.
I was about to. I literally about to. You brought up the point of doing whatever you want to do. Me and Brandon were just talking about Father's Day. I don't really believe in that one day bullshit. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day.
Hey yo, I don't believe in Valentine's Day neither too.
Let him get his
own.
Yeah.
Nigga, Bono never want to let nobody get it on.
Tell me to talk. When I talk, you shut up. Anyway.
Always Breonna Taylor, for the record.
Like I was trying to say. I've been doing this for a very long time. It's been kind of like I've been trying to do this whole F society type of thing. Like, because we've been brainwashed our whole lives to do things a certain way. And when you do the research on those things, you find out it's not really what we've been brainwashed to think.
Beethoven was a black man, for the record, guys. I forgot to let that be. I just found that out last week. I called you, Brandon.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, I've been on that way for a very long time, man. And I don't shame people who still, oh, Father's Day, blah, 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 blah. I don't, whatever. Do y'all. But I'm not about that. I'm about the 365, 24/7 type of thing. When restaurants was open, I took my mom out randomly. Yo, mom, I'm about to come pick you up. Where we going? Don't worry about it. Just get in the car and we out. Grandma, what you doing? Oh, nothing. Come on. You coming with me. Random. Throughout the entire year.
On Mother's Day, they don't be looking at you for something on Mother's Day.
Because they know that's me. They know that already. And
my mom don't care about what I talk about.
My mom is
Mother's Day, her hand like this, my G.
My mom is the same way. She don't really care about that stuff because she feel the same way I do. It's like, I'm a support you 24/7.
But wasn't y'all like Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff?
Not us. She was.
She was a Jehovah's Witness.
She was back and forth with it, and we ain't gonna get into all that, but yeah, all that, you know what I'm saying? Father's Day is cool, all that, but I'm with it 365, man. I'm not doing that. One day, go crazy celebration. It's all for money. It's all a money grab. All a money grab.
I can't.
So basically, what you're saying is, all this shit was just created from an economical standpoint. Because I can't come up with a reason for Valentine's Day. I can't think of no reason for me to spend money to get the same pussy I've been getting for the last 364 days.
It's all for money. The same thing you bought 2 weeks before Valentine's Day, the prices was this low.
I'm just figuring out.
Oh, $75 for a dozen roses. What the fuck?
That's right.
And then
go pick some flowers.
Some people feel, oh my God, you didn't give me this for Valentine's Day. I just paid the mortgage. What are you talking about? We got a house to stay in. You got a
I I get you, but I ain't with you at all.
Yeah, I ain't with you on that.
Yeah,
either.
I don't know about that last
That's
part,
cool.
but I
That's
mean, I
cool.
feel you on that.
That's
I'm
cool.
trying to figure out how St.
cool.
Valentine's Day Massacre
I'm
became a
not-
romantic thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
See, I don't even
All
care
brainwashed.
about that stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
At all.
It's just like
Valentine's
whatever.
Day is just another day for me to treat my wife, and then I try to do it up. F it.
Yo, me too.
But why
I just don't understand the reasoning
why
for
that
it.
day though?
Because
I got all daughters.
Money and guilt.
I used to get Truth's kids and me. We used to be waiters, and we used to have all the daughters eat dinner at the house, and
all
we
the
used to all
boys.
be dressed up. You know what I'm saying? We all dressed up as waiters and stuff like that, and we just treat the girls.
Yo, that was a tradition for like 3 years, man.
Word,
Yeah.
word.
Well, yo, but I'm regardless of what, I'm still gonna teach my kids or my boys rather. Well, I'm gonna teach my boys. You appreciate the woman in your life. You understand what I'm saying? And the women in your life, because you can't expect nobody else to do it if you ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's your priority, to be a protector. So if you're gonna be a protector, then you have to protect them by showing them there's some of their value that other people's not gonna be able to be willing to give to them. They just want to take it from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like that goes with an everyday thing. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, if they took Valentine's away, I would be completely okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing, there's no benefit to nothing but besides trying to fuck up how the side bitch feel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just that's just a day to piss off the side bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a reality that she's not important. So
I feel like
Speaking
Valentine's
of
Day.
holidays, this Christmas, well, last Christmas we went on a cruise, right?
Right.
This Christmas we're doing I think we're doing a cabin or something like that.
yo, that's what we doing. We're doing it together now.
Oh, a cabin?
But this gonna be the last Christmas,
Oh.
traditional old school style Christmas for us. We're gonna just make sure we're doing like experiences on around Christmas time. So whatever we'll just do whatever. And then like for gifts and stuff like that, you know, I'm probably gonna up everybody life insurance or something like that, or you know, buy stocks or something like that for everybody. Get some stocks in everybody's name. But
That's nice.
we definitely gonna make it more about the experience than just getting gifts and grabbing gifts and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to
I feel that.
Hey yo, do you think it's important? Do you think it's important to try to, I guess, throw out your life, your experience and different changes you're going through in life for other people to maybe say, you know what I mean, like maybe this is another option, or do you feel like you should just keep it to yourself and focus on you?
What you talking about?
Repeat that?
As far as like what you just said, as far as the Christmas is concerned, do you feel like we have a platform? Do you feel like the reasons you came up with that decision for your family, do you feel like you should quote unquote enlighten other people who kind of don't have the thought process you do? Or do you feel like you should just leave it to yourself because everybody's entitled to have their own thoughts?
Yeah, everyone can have their own
Everybody got their
thoughts.
own rights. Sorry, go ahead.
But we just, you know, it's just the same thing, just waking up, you know what I mean? Knowing that these holidays ain't the holidays that we've been talking about when we were children. You know, you start learning about them.
I know, but what I'm saying, when you talk to people, do you tell them, like, nah, no, I don't rock with this for this reason? Or do you just
I don't
say,
care what nobody do.
I do.
I don't care what
I tell
nobody
them,
do. If you out,
But
if
I
you,
just tell
you
them to
celebrate
inform
that,
them.
you celebrate. Niggas got to go through their own journey when they get to their journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna force nothing that I'm doing on nobody.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. Like, cause you have people who like to shove stuff down people's throats and be like, "You're wrong because you're not doing it my way." That's the difference. It's like, bro, just wild do it. If you want to do it like that, that's cool. If you don't, that's also cool.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I ain't gonna unfriend you.
Yeah. They be scared about that though.
Yeah, but it's definitely gonna be some good stuff happens. You know,
Yes.
I share pictures every year or something like that.
I like that though. I like that, especially you said buying stocks in their name and stuff.
Right.
That's starting to create generational wealth, and that to me is
Sure.
like,
That's what
oh,
you
you
get.
can care. Oh, you can care. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey yo, I want this to be known, and this is something that I do a lot. Every time I hear generational wealth, me and you was talking about it. We cannot. Oh shit, we cannot say generational wealth enough
So
without saying black people get some fucking life insurance. Get life insurance. Life insurance. Life insurance. You want to know the trick to the white people society? They got
selling
fucking
fish
life.
plates.
So everybody gets another chance to do it again, to do it right, to do it right, to do it right. Oh, Bob, he's a fuck up, but he got life insurance. And when he died, Jeff may not be a fuck up, but Jeff may be a fuck up too. But Billy's not gonna be, because they give new chances. And our community, my nigga, because my great daddy was a fuck up, then my daddy gonna be a fuck up. Then I'm gonna be a fuck up. Then my son's gonna be a fuck up, because there's no information, number one, unless you get money. Money buys you information if you're born poor and black. The only way you get information is by.
I don't think that's true today.
Not today. Well,
Like who you know today.
You know what?
But
You know
gotta
what?
have
The
money.
reason why I feel like it is. The reason why I feel like it is because we don't have the knowledge to yearn for the information until we get out of a certain tax bracket. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what I see.
I don't think that's true either.
Why?
I think when you're fed up, you make different decisions. That's what I think.
Yeah, but when you're conditioning, when you're conditioned, put it to you like this: when you're conditioned to,
when you don't want the life that you have anymore, you will make different decisions.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, when you're conditioned not to know which way to go. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not taught to be self-sufficient with knowledge. We're taught to get knowledge handed to us and us make the best of the knowledge that we're given. It takes us.
That's what I'm saying. The difference is I'm not talking about what we're taught. I'm talking about when you're fed up with the life, the situation that you're in, you decide to make different decisions.
Yeah,
it could be the wrong decision. It could be the right decision. Whatever. All I'm saying is when you're fed up with what's going on today around you, you make different decisions to see what else is next.
Prime example. Big thing in the black community, I know from where we from, big thing in the black community when we grew up was fucking up your credit. Like that shit was like a come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you got some credit. Oh, well, your credit fucked up. Go and burn up the kids' credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no parent, no parent even thought like, yo, we are really hindering and fucking our children up before they even get of age to fuck up themselves. We didn't realize that. Why? Because the majority of us don't need credit to live in an apartment. Majority of us don't need credit to ride the bus. You understand what I'm saying? People don't need credit because we live under housing authorities, Section 8, this, that, and the third. Until you get to a certain place in life or meet somebody else that shows you a different mindset, then credit's not that important to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I use myself as an example. When my mother passed, she made sure I was straight. And with me being straight, it completely, utterly made me mirror the person that I was versus the person I'm growing to be. And that's strictly because I can afford to have a different outlook now.
I think that's BS. I think that is BS, bro.
I mean,
There's a lot of stereotypes that you just threw out there, though, low key.
Huh?
Like that was a lot of stereotypes that you threw out there, low key, because we ain't never stayed in like apartments like that. Like
no, I'm talking about no. What I said was I was talking about the two gentlemen that are from where I'm from.
Oh, okay.
We're all from New Haven, Connecticut. So in New Haven, Connecticut, There ain't a bunch of houses in the hoods. You know what I'm saying? And in New Haven, we're taught it's either Yale or jail. In New Haven, we're not taught equity. We're not taught life insurance. Huh?
That's fact.
We're not taught none of these things.
That's not right, bro.
Yeah, but this is what we're not taught none of these things. So therefore, we don't have the mindset. You feel for that? You feel what I'm saying? But me personally, when I moved to Georgia, when I moved to Atlanta, and I seen a whole different way of life. I'm talking about even when it come down to selling drugs. Like if you ain't getting real money selling drugs, my nigga, you talking nonsense. You can't come over here and make no $200-300 on the block, nigga. What? Like it, even on another scale, when you go downtown, it's black restaurants, black this, black this. If you want Italian, you can go to a black restaurant for that. If you want wings and Chinese food, you go to a black-owned restaurant for that. Like at home, if you want Italian, you got to go to an Italian restaurant. If you want,
yeah, I feel that. I feel like here, that's the same how it is here. That's how it is
here. Charlotte is a small Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's
no. It's less black. It's a lot of black businesses, but I feel you what you were saying. You got to go to an Italian spot to get Italian. Right. So yeah, it would be nice to be able to just kind of, but and then but I don't want nobody being like, oh, they appropriated our culture and our food and blah blah blah. So I get what you're saying, and I would love to be able to just walk in somewhere and be like, I don't have to have my guard up. I don't have to make sure I'm not laughing too loud or having too much fun because somebody's gonna man me, and then it's gonna be a problem. Like
I don't think that's an ethnic thing though, because you come to my restaurant being loud, I'm a man to you.
So I come to your restaurant having fun and laughing and enjoying myself. You gonna be mad?
If I have a restaurant that is for you to come enjoy yourself and have a good time, but you're the loudest person in the restaurant, you're disturbing my other guests. It's not a club. It's not a bar. This is a restaurant.
Some people laugh really loud though. So you gonna be policing their laughter? I'm just asking.
Hey, this is the thing. Now this is the thing where I do agree. I laugh
loud as fuck.
Yo, listen. This is the thing that I do. I laugh loud as fuck. I'm the boisterous nigga on the screen. I'm the male version of you. Believe you me, I'm loud as fuck. If you say you loud, I'm loud too. Granted, but at the same token, I'm not gonna walk into an establishment that's quiet as fuck and just like nah, nigga, like nah. That's to me, that's ignorant. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you. But I'm not gonna walk into no quiet establishment, period, because that means people ain't having no fun. Why would I? What? That's weird. That's awkward.
I mean,
Italian restaurants ain't quiet neither, by the way.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not an ethnic thing. But it's some places that aren't meant for that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got some women and some men that no matter how race they are, they can't hold their alcohol. So they start being belligerent, they start being ignorant. That's some shit that you do once you get drunk is appropriate when you're in the club. It's not when you're in the bar. Not when you're in a restaurant, and I got my kids over here. Don't be yelling, laughing, and cussing and doing all this extra shit. My kids right here. I brought them to a kid-friendly environment. You don't have to force your personality and who you are onto my children. I didn't come here for that.
I laugh loud as fuck, so
I didn't say laugh.
Be able to go.
I did not say laugh.
But that's what I was talking about.
But I'm just talking about being extra, cussing, extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I would not be allowed in your establishment. I could tell you that
there's a lot of different things. Now, when you have, it's just certain places you should handle and conduct yourself when you're around certain people.
I cuss quietly too, but I still cuss.
I feel you, but I should have the option of whether or not I want my children around you while you cussing.
In the public?
I'm sorry?
In a public space?
In a kid-friendly environment, absolutely. I'm a customer. I'm a customer.
Okay. Regardless of the option, you could get up, you could bounce.
Wow.
Word. But once again, it's not an ethnic thing. It's how a person who pays for their establishment want to run their establishment.
Yeah, that's like the free speech on Facebook, and then people forget that Facebook is a company, and if they don't want free speech on there, and
that's what I'm saying. My whole thing is people shouldn't feel like people are obligated to want to rock with you. If I choose to say, yo, I don't want to rock with you, then don't come to my establishment.
Yeah, that's your choice. Yes. And as a person, you should know who you are as a person to be able to understand, nah, I can't go over there. That's too much of a friendly environment. I know my language. I'm like, that's why I said I would never be in your establishment if it's that. I'm a person, I don't believe everything should be kid friendly personally. I remember the days when everything wasn't kid friendly and this is an adult situation. You need to fucking be where the kids are.
Exactly.
I understand what you're saying. And I wasn't trying to come for you. Like I said, I just would not be able to.
I know. I'm not saying that you was. I'm not saying that you was.
People need to know who they are, though.
That's
sure.
but
yo, real quick. The reason why I always say that it's not a money situation, it ain't a tax bracket situation, because some people, it's really a mindset switch, period. You might need to switch your mindset to get the money. You know what I mean? So it's like the beginning to me on what we were talking about just earlier is to switch your mind first, become the person that you want to be, and then everything else comes.
But that comes with knowledge. Knowledge comes first, and then action comes. What I'm saying is, a lot of us when we're
it come up with being fed up with your situation first. It come up.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Change your life first, and then you start thinking outside of the box. Then you start seeking different counsel. Then you start.
I'm agreeing with you, Brendan. My only argument is
I'm just telling you that I would never say it's a tax bracket thing, and me and you will argue that junk.
So let me explain this. Hold on 1 second, Aiden. 1 second, please.
But can the other guy talk? I want to hear the other guys.
Okay, but let me say this. Okay, so let me just say this one real fast, please. I agree with you. What I'm saying is, people don't know to want better or experience better until they experience better. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. What I mean is
that's what I'm telling you.
You said what?
Yeah. I believe when you want your life to change, no matter what your situation is, when that to be a situation anymore, you start thinking different. You start acting different. You start going towards whatever you want your life to be. And a lot of times that comes with being fed up with your situation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, so what about the people, what about the majority of people that, because I'm sure if we did a survey, like I used to do for city kids, but if we do a survey of our community, do you think a lot of people, you don't think it's a lot of people fed up? You don't think it's a lot of people that are tired of living the life that they live, but they accept it because they don't have knowledge of way out?
I mean, it's a lot of that trap. There's a lot of that trap in the community.
So those are the people I'm referring to.
There's a lot of people that's it's a lot of people that's seen different and keep resorting back to their old life also. So we're talking about the 20% out of 100 that actually get up and do something with themselves.
Yeah, but
right?
you realize
now
go ahead. Or now let's hear from Mike. Let's hear from Mike Free.
Listen, man. I agree with Brandon as far as the mindset trapment shit, because I was in the military, right? I've seen stuff that I probably would never have seen if I wasn't in the military, right? I finally learned how to have a checking account. We ain't learn about that in school. I learned how to do debit, credit, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I changed everything. I don't even go to stores no more. I don't even shop. I shop online only. That's it. That's it for me. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you don't know better, you can't do better. But and then switch that. You still have to know if you want this, you have to go get it. You have to get off your ass, educate yourself, and stop waiting for someone else to give it to you.
Yeah, I never knew that asparagus wasn't expensive. I thought asparagus was a rich man's vegetable.
I don't like it. It just don't taste good. Period.
I don't know why you think that, and that junk is at
I
Walmart.
like asparagus.
You said what?
Sorry.
Tastes good.
I said, I don't know why you thought that when that junk is at Walmart.
Well, at Stop and Shop, you can't tell me this is the point I'm making. I'm glad you say that. Because when we was going to Stop and Shop when we was kids, not one time did we look at some fucking asparagus. Because that's not, even though it's directly in front of us, you understand? There's a lot of different things in the supermarket that we never looked at.
I don't think I had the thought that this is some rich man's vegetable.
So that's the difference between you and me. Like, that has to stop too. So what? That don't mean that wasn't a thought process in my head. I started my conversation by saying, I thought this. You know what I'm saying?
I can see how you thought that. We always talk about how movies portray things and how movies portray us. A lot of these movies with the fancy restaurants always have some little piece of bullshit asparagus on the side. So I can see where you're coming from, and I can see where everyone's coming from. The thing is, it's like this whole bunch of and everyone's right. Everyone is right. You can't go nowhere if you don't want to, and if you're not gonna change your mind. Like if you're not fed up and you're okay with being like in the boom, 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 in that same line every fucking day. Okay, cool. But you do need to have some kind of knowledge. But I also agree that once you get fucking fed up, that's when shit's really gonna change. So I agree with
COVID-19, I believe COVID-19 was probably one of the best things to happen to my hometown. Because it took the world being in distress and the world being fucked up and everybody being shut down for people to get in their entrepreneur bag and start capitalizing on shit. You know what I'm saying? So now that everybody, the work is coming back forward and this, that, and the third, I see a lot. I'm talking about niggas that I wouldn't even expect to have a job, never mind their own business, saying, yo, at the end of the day, it's black-owned businesses, and we rocking, we going forward, and we doing this. And this before George Floyd. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it be making edible arrangements, fruit stuff, or now they got the dispensary, the weed dispensary, where they make their little edibles, and this, that, and the third, or T-shirts, or anything like that. It's so many different things that black people in the hood are doing as entrepreneurs. You feel what I'm saying?
Dispensary? Where you live?
No, not me. It's in Connecticut. They have dispensaries in Connecticut.
Bro, I was like, yo, where do you live again?
Nah. But you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know it was legal there. I thought it was.
But it's so many different variables, positive variables that came from this situation, from COVID-19 for the black economy in the hood at home. You feel what I'm saying? But it took some wild shit to happen for motherfuckers to experience to say, yo, I can't depend on this white people no more. I got to figure it out for myself because these kids got to eat. These people got to eat. This got to happen. And that's what I'm saying. There's different experiences and the reality of it is when you're in a certain tax bracket, the lower tax bracket in the hood, in order for you to get out of that hood, you have to reach another tax bracket. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that it happened more because people got to finally fucking stop and relax and their mind got to do this right here and center? You don't think so?
I think people have the knowledge. I think we come from where we come from, New Haven, Connecticut, I believe we are conditioned that we can't do it. And for once, people in New Haven went through a situation where they ain't had no choice but to, and that gave them the courage to capitalize. I feel like everybody always wanted to do this shit. They always thought about doing this. They always thought about doing this. But now the fire had to be put up under their ass with no other option before that became an option. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
feel like now they have the time to do it. Because other times they didn't have no time to do it.
It may be both of them because I feel like I know a lot of people I talk to back home. They just they feel like they're at risk now. You have a stable job for mad long, and then you don't got no job. It's like, dang, I can't depend on this job no more. My family at risk. You start worrying about your health. You see people dying from their health and stuff. You like, dang,
Yeah.
I can't be playing. I really gotta take care of myself. You know what I mean? It was just a reality check all the way around with COVID. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people would just, I gotta be prepared for the next time this happens,
Right.
or the next situation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think a combination of everything what we saying is happening with that too. You know what I mean? So
Yo, what's the
Hey,
timestamp?
y'all, hey, the timestamp is 1:55, but I wanted to end this off on a higher note, a happier note. Everybody said what they had to say and all that good stuff, right?
Did you get to say what you needed to
I'm
say? Because
good.
I didn't
I'm
hear
good.
your.
What
But
did
I
you want-
wanted
what
to
did you
hear
want me
your
to,
opinion
answer for?
too
What you want me to answer?
about what we were just talking about. Do you think people had enough time to just like finally relax and get their stuff together and be like, now I have the time? And then of course some people are a little bit more forced into it
Like
because
you were
of their
saying,
whole job situation.
like you were saying everybody was used to the boom, 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 boom. Every day the same thing, routine, and everything
man.
stopped,
Here's
and everybody was able to
Oh man, I know. My junk look
open
kitty.
their minds.
Mike is talking.
So this is our podcast.
Okay, and I'm your guest. So act accordingly, please.
Nah,
Mike, can you please
this our
say what
establishment.
you were saying?
This our
I'm
establishment.
trying to hear Mike.
This our establishment. You don't like it, go to another establishment.
You ain't asked me if I wanted a glass of water when I got up in here. You ain't tell me where the bathroom was. Come on, man. I'm the guest.
Oh
Go
man.
ahead,
Mike, I
Mike.
want to hear you.
Oh man. Like I was saying, like you were saying before, it's boom, 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 routine. Everything stopped. Literally everything stopped. You couldn't go here, you couldn't go there, you couldn't do this. So you were stuck in the house and you had to come up with something. You had to do something. And then like Brandon said, people, my family at risk, and they had to do something. And some people benefited, some didn't. Some still in that
Very
same
true.
mindset. Oh, I'm getting this unemployment, 600 this, 600 that. I'm good. Blah, 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 blah. I'm good. But then they about to start taking that away. Now what you gonna do?
Yeah, go figure it out. Niggas gotta figure it out at the end of the day.
Pretty much.
You either
You
figure it out or you drown out here. You learn how to swim or you
Bound to
drown.
drizzan. You bound to drizzan.
Learn how to swim or you
Yeah,
drown.
yeah. What Martin say? Right here, right above the eye. Right above the eye.
Right above the eye.
Right above the eye.
You guys are amazing. I
Right
really
above
like
the
you
eye.
guys.
But hey,
You guys are
what else
amazing.
you have?
we
What
not
else you
done yet.
have?
We're not done yet. You know we gotta do the one gotta go, baby.
Okay, let's do it.
The one gotta go. One gotta go producer. One producer gotta
Get
go.
Manny Fresh out of here.
I knew
Yeah,
I gotta say that. I knew
Get
Brandon
Swiss
was
Beats
gonna
out
say
of here and Manny
that.
Fresh out
I
of here.
knew he was gonna say. But nah, one producer gotta go in all their work. All their work.
Oh, okay.
Ready? Now the thing about this, one producer in all their work.
Go ahead, man.
Just Blaze,
Nope.
Lil Jon,
But why?
Just Blaze is my favorite producer.
Kanye West, and Pharrell.
Get Lil Jon the fuck out of here. Bye.
No.
Get Little John the
Yeah.
F out of here. And he could take that little he could take that with him.
Wait, because that's
Just Blaze, Kanye West, and Pharrell
Yo, you could take Just
over
Blaze,
to the window to the wall.
take Just Blaze and Lil Jon out.
You said, yo, First of
he
all,
said two.
that takes away a lot of Jay-Z's catalog. Number one. So for you to be a Jay-Z fan,
a lot of rock gotta go. Woo.
a lot of rock gotta go.
Just Blaze.
You saying anything, Brandon?
That's all crack.
You gonna put Just Blaze over Little John?
Nah, I'm putting Lil Jon out of here and Just Blaze out of here.
You really do sound like Jay-Z. I'm so sorry. This is just, it's just.
Yo,
like
how you
blowing
sound
me.
like
I'm
Jay-Z?
yo.
Gonna put Just Blaze out of here. Yo, where did that come from? Yo, some of the most illest songs that we know from our childhood, my nigga, made by Just Blaze.
Even though what we do,
Live without him. Live without a lot of stuff.
Yo, you can't even say that. Off of the Freeway song, you can't even say that alone.
Song
I love
Cry, Jay-Z.
But we know what we do. You saying anything.
Yo, I just don't like Just Blaze like that. Yo, real
Look, girl,
talk.
you know you love. Yo, stop playing, man.
Huh? What'd you say,
Yo,
Mike?
stop playing. Yo, get Little John out of here, my nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Name three songs. Name three songs, right? That makes him stay in this category.
There's no.
The thing is, he has a lot of
Your whole
features.
catalog crazy. What are you talking about?
He has a lot of
His
features.
catalog
though.
crazy. Listen.
Yeah.
If you think that I don't think that Little John is a bigger producer than Just Blaze, then you have me mistaken. But my personal preference for me being an up north nigga,
Yeah, we know.
Just Blaze is my all-time favorite producer, number one. Just because I love old school samples. That nigga can fuck up some samples. But Kanye West has done way too much. And once again, any nigga who Jay-Z is my favorite producer. So you got two producers that produce Jay-Z. You know they ain't going nowhere.
Who was
Pharrell
all of the choices?
is up there with
Pharrell.
Timberland when it come to me.
It was Just Blaze, Pharrell. Who else?
Lil Jon. It's
Lil Jon.
Just Blaze, Kanye West, Lil Jon, and Pharrell.
And Pharrell. Who going
I'm
out
going
of all those? Who you got? Who you taking off? Oof.
Lil Jon.
Jon.
Thank you. Put that nigga on the screen. Thank you. Thank you.
Put you on the screen.
Thank you. Goddamn right.
Thank you.
That's still hard though, cause John got some shit.
He
Bro,
do.
he got so much stuff.
He do, but he can't. You talking about taking out our childhood? What?
Yeah.
He was
Just
part of it
Blaze?
too. He was part of it too.
Just Blaze was not part of. Yo, Lil Jon, window to the wall. I had kids.
I mean,
Yeah, kids from window in the wall.
Yes.
To the wall. What year is that?
Nigga, I got my 05.
Oh,
My son was born 04.
oh,
My
yo,
twins was born 07. I was grown as fuck. But that when we know what we do is wrong.
that's my shit.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
Still my job.
Yo, come on, man. Yo.
Flip side. Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
Lord.
Everybody was flip side, nigga.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Dipset and Just
Did the
Blaze.
blueprint too. I
I
forgot.
feel
who
like
put-
none of
He
y'all
did
said
Blueprint.
anything about Kanye West. I feel like none of y'all said anything
Kanye.
about Kanye West.
Kanye West
Y'all
solidified.
literally just
He
throwing him
solidified.
away.
He solidified. We're not debating Kanye West. We're not about to debate Pharrell. Those are two niggas who are solidified in this conversation.
I can't go against a fellow Gemini anyway, so.
Why you going against a fellow Gemini? Because I'm a Gemini. Fuck that nigga. You know me.
I'm not going against Kanye West.
So you better say Just Blaze because this Gemini said Just Blaze. Get Just Blaze out of
No,
here.
I haven't chosen
Blaze out
anybody.
of
I
here.
asked him.
Out of here?
I mean, Little John. Get Little John out of here, man.
Yeah, he said Little John. That would have to be my vote because I can't choose between because I love him. I love him.
I'll take Swiss Beats over Little John.
Whoa.
Nah, that's a reach. That's a reach.
Yeah.
That's a reach. Hey, yo, but at the same token, too, Swiss Beats brought your ex.
Yeah.
Switch Beast did what?
Brought your DMX.
Yeah.
Very true.
So,
Very true.
Little John ain't never bring out a DMX. That nigga did a song with Usher called Yeah.
Bring us DMX.
Yeah.
And that's crazy right now. What are you talking about?
Did he bring us DMX?
They going in
Yes.
on DMX though, babe. They going in on
but I
DMX.
think Game Grease did, but
Nah, we rock with DMX. I rock with X.
Grease brought us DMX, but
Who?
Yeah.
Grease.
Gang Grease was popping.
Who? Swiss Beats uncle?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, well, Swizzy was the producer and the face. Huh?
He was the producer too.
Well, he was known publicly. He was what I'm
So
saying.
Swizz was trash, man. Just come on.
Oh,
Come on. Let's stop it. Let's just stop it.
I ain't gonna say trash. You said nah. He ain't trash, dog.
All right, so when we have the guest, before we wrap this up, when we have the guest, we started this last week, I think, or the week before, so we're gonna continue it. So our guest got to pick a one, gotta go.
Woo.
Off the top of the
I
dome.
have to.
Off the top of the dome, you got to give us a one, gotta go on any subject.
Any subject. It don't gotta be music.
It don't got to be music. It could be money, weed, or sex. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Wait,
we
what?
gotta-
You said one gotta go.
Yeah, one gotta go.
Oh, so I have to give you one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One gotta go, and we're gonna go actress wise. We're gonna go actress wise. We got Jada Pinkett Smith. Why is her name escaping me? Angela Bassett.
Mm.
Or who else? Give me one, babe.
She's staying.
Jada and Angela staying.
Jada can go.
Or who else?
Jada can go.
Oh,
Jada
what's
can
that-
go.
Yo, let her
What's that
get her
girl's
turn off.
name?
I'm sorry, my bad.
What's that girl's name with the forehead from What's Love Got the Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin. She's been in a lot.
Bitch, get her out of here.
Yeah.
She's been in a lot of stuff though.
Yeah, I feel you.
She's
but
one of those
she ain't
actresses.
She ain't Angela.
You gotta throw the whole movie away though. If you throwing her away, you
Fuck that
gotta throw
movie.
all her movies away.
Fuck that movie.
Yo, we talking about as actors and they're in
Actors?
the
Actress?
Or
Jada Pinkett is the truth. You know how souped that was when I see her titty and Jason's leg?
Oh, Halle Berry's the
But
only.
what about Angela Bassett though?
Angela Bassett is the truth. That bitch been rolling on the river for mad long, my whole life. That bitch, Get out of here, man. That bitch ain't do nothing but fuck Martin.
So who you throwing away?
The bitch you fuck Martin.
You only got 3?
Oh, I got more than just 3?
Oh, yeah, it would be 4.
4.
Who else?
I already made my pick, though.
Lynn, you said who? Lynn Whitfield is her name.
That's
Give me
her name.
another.
Yeah, get her out of here. Her name sound old.
Regina King.
Get Lynn Whitfield out of here.
Get Lynn Whitfield the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Okay.
What? Regina King? Man,
That
listen.
means you losing who? You losing Boondocks? You losing who?
Yeah.
Oh,
Regina King, yeah.
That's Regina King, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you lose Regina
Yeah.
King, you losing Boondocks.
we're not losing Regina King. We're not losing Angela Bassett. We're not losing Jada Pinkett.
He said no to Angela Bassett, no to
Get the
Jada
crazy
Pinkett.
old lady who
Lynn
splashed
Whitfield.
Martin out of here.
Lynn Whitfield gotta go, baby. Sorry.
Oh, my
Whitfield.
goodness.
That sound like she gotta go.
Whitfield. Lynn Whitfield.
gotta go.
Hey, yo, let's
Viola
wrap this up, man.
Davis? Bro,
Hey.
they would never.
We appreciate you. Don't hang up. Don't hang up yet. But let's go ahead and get up.
Go ahead and shout out your Instagram.
Yeah, shout out your Instagram podcast.
All that good stuff.
Okay. So I have 3 different Instagrams. I have beauty, my art, and then my podcast. So Ramble Tips Podcast is the podcast page. Genius Beauty is the beauty page. And then GA Gallery is my art page. You can find my podcast, Ramble Tips Podcast on Anchor, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. I so enjoyed this. I hope we could do this again. Y'all got me sweating. I almost
Well, we're gonna do it on your podcast.
Oh hell Hell yeah.
So you can run some shit. Cause you like that. Hey, yo,
I like hearing everyone.
let's get Brandon's coachable moment.
I don't even got one, to be honest.
Yo, freestyle it, man. Tell everybody AIDS still around, nigga. Wear rubber.
Oh wow.
It is still around.
It is definitely still around.
But I think my coachable moment is just double backing on what I was saying. When you get fed up with your situation, you will start seeking a different mindset. And then that different mindset will start making you make different decisions. And the different decisions may create the life that you want. So that's the coachable moment of the day.
Aww.
It is.
That's so nice.
All right. Yo, another week, another episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to follow NEO Podcast on all platforms. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Anchor, Spotify, everywhere.
No sound effects. No nothing.
You can tell when Mo ain't on the boards because it ain't no sound effects when they're
Yeah. Once again, Ada, thank you for being on the show. We're gonna be sure to send you give her the applause, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be sure to make sure we send you an NEO Podcast shirt. You know what I'm saying? For that. You know
Really?
Yeah.
Of course. Because that's how we do over here at NEO Podcast. You feel?
I'm a rock it. So I'm be like, yeah. I was on this podcast, man. Y'all need to listen. I'm not gonna say it like that, but they're gonna get that gist.
Hey, yo, don't hang up yet. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.